The NFL playoffs kick off on Saturday for a wild card weekend as 8 teams look to move one step closer to the Super Bowl. Saturday's action begins in Kansas City as the Chiefs take on the Tennessee Titans. Then the Atlanta Falcons travel to Los Angeles to battle the Rams. And on Sunday, the Buffalo Bills head south to Jacksonville to meet the Jaguars. The weekend will finish up in New Orleans with the Saints hosting the Carolina Panthers. Reid Forgrave is a national writer for CBSSports.com. He joins me now via Skype from Dallas to preview this weekend's action. Thanks so much. It's good to talk to you. Reid, let's start with Sunday's first game, the Bills against the Jaguars. Buffalo, as you know, got into the playoffs only after the Bengals beat the Ravens last weekend, and Bills fans went crazy. Take a look. You know, Jeff Bloor was going that crazy at home, too. Now, the Bills have not reached the playoffs in 17 years. What does this mean to the city, and who do you like in Sunday's matchup?
Look, this is a Rust Belt city with a chip on its shoulder. 17 years is a long time. Jacksonville Jaguars, I call this the Thirsty Bowl because both fan bases are really thirsty. They haven't been to they haven't been to the playoffs since 2007. But the Bills have the longest playoff drought in major sports, longest one going in major sports in America right now. That was broken with that game from last week. What it means for the city, I think, is a huge confidence boost. If you see these videos of Bills fans tailgating, they need this. What this team is known for is ineptitude. They're known for making 4 Super Bowls in a row and getting blown out in all 4 of them and then losing one of them in the most painful way possible. Can they win? Boy, they have a tall task ahead of them. This Jaguars defense may be the best defense in the NFL. If LaShawn McCoy, the Bills running back, is not playing, and right now he's questionable for the game on Sunday, I don't think they even have a chance. If he does play, then LaShawn McCoy plus their quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, you never quite know what's going to happen with those two on the football field.
All right, the Thirsty Bowl. I like it. Let's jump back to Saturday now. The Chiefs are heavy favorites over the Titans, but could Tennessee surprise some people and come away with a win?
Tennessee, to me, seems like the most drab team in this entire playoffs. Frankly, the entire AFC, when we talk about these wild card games, it feels like whoever wins these 2 games is going to get blown out by the Patriots and the Steelers, and that'll give us the AFC championship game that we're looking for. I personally don't see the Titans being able to do it. They have a dynamic quarterback in Marcus Mariota, but he's been pretty mediocre this year, 13 touchdown passes against 15 interceptions, whereas the Kansas City Chiefs, look, this has been a roller coaster season for them, but right now that roller coaster is on the way up. They've won 4 in a row. When their offense is clicking, it is one of the most dynamic offenses in the NFL. It sounds so bizarre to say it, but Alex Smith, their quarterback, finished the season with the #1 passer rating in the NFL. Kareem Hunt, absolute stud running back who came out of nowhere. Tyreek Hill, he might be the most dynamic receiver in the league. So to me, it's going to be an uphill battle for the Titans to beat a really good Kansas City Chiefs team that I think could surprise people and maybe even make a run to the Super Bowl. All
right. Well, Reid, as you know, last year's Super Bowl was one for the record books. The Falcons infamously blew a 25-point lead to New England, and it was, everyone was just kind of in awe. Then the Panthers, they got crushed in the Super Bowl the year before that. Can either of these teams make a playoff run?
Absolutely. I think the difference between the NFC and the AFC is while the AFC feels like it's going to be one of those 2 teams with the bye week, the NFC is completely up in the air. Any team that made the playoffs from the NFC, I believe, can make a run to the Super Bowl. Look, these Falcons with Julio Jones on a team and Matt Ryan, we saw what they could do last year. They should have won that Super Bowl, obviously. It was a tragic way in which they lost that. But they're playing the Rams. The Rams have the #1 scoring offense in the NFL 1 year after having an absolute disaster of a team. So that game is going to be a shootout. When you look to the other game, Panthers or Saints, I like the Saints in that game.
Okay.
They have 2 Pro Bowl running backs, two running backs who had more than 1,500 yards from scrimmage. We've never seen that happen before in the NFL.
There's so much to look forward to this weekend. Okay, finally, Reid, I'm going to put you on the hot seat. Minnesota is hosting this year's Super Bowl, which is now your home turf. Can your Vikings get there and play in front of their fans?
I think they can. This defense, look, they are not flashy, but they are so solid. They set an NFL record this year with best third down conversion defense. NFL record. Look, there's never been a home team Super Bowl. A team that has been hosting the Super Bowl has never been able to play it in their own stadium. But until last week, we've never seen a team get a first-round bye when they're hosting the Super Bowl. This team is not flashy, but they may be the most complete team in the NFL. They really had some football tragedies early in the season, losing their starting quarterback, Sam Bradford, a year after losing their other starting quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater. But here's this Case Keenum, journeyman player, who's come in and been one of the very best players in the NFL. It's been a remarkable story. Let it please end in a really, really cold Super Bowl come February 4th.
It is going to be so cold. I know I'm going to be there. You're going to be there. Hope to run into you. Bring lots of hats. Bundle up. Reid Forgrave from CBSSports.com. Thanks so much.